Turn it off. Let's get right into some of the news I have here. Hope you're having a fantastic morning. Good morning, Jacobette and Kristen. Having a great day. Tonight will be the big night. We are finally going to have an epic night with Donald Trump going to address Congress. And yes, we are going to live stream it. Hopefully we'll have a great time live streaming. I'm excited about that. Are you excited about that? PAM Bondi responds to this tweet about Donald Trump. Looking forward to hearing POTUS speech tomorrow night. Now, PAM Bondi. Who is PAM Bondi? We'll get to that in a few seconds. Don't forget, we are live streaming this thing tonight. We're going to have a fun time. We're going to have the live show. We're going to stop the live show. And then we're going to live stream Donald Trump. Because most importantly, we have to hear Democrats' response. These childish, petulant weirdos are planning to bring noisemakers, hand clappers, signs, eggs. What? What are they going to do with the eggs? What? We're bringing eggs to show Donald Trump we're in solidarity with our own fertility. The word is fertility. God. Good morning. Fertility. Say that 10 times fast. Fertility, 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 fertility. They are going to bring noisemakers, hand clappers. Remember when Joe Biden was giving his speech, and every once in a while you would hear MTG or Lauren Boebert just hearing a boo or a no or anything like that, and watching how they all responded with just losing their minds like, oh my God, they were throwing Joe Biden off. So they're bringing noisemakers and hand clappers? We bring our own hand clappers. Or price hikes, yeah, that's what I'm sure they're signifying the egg crisis situations. As Democrats everywhere, the cringe factor is continuing to rise with Democrats. I'm really loving this zooming in, zooming out video of Hakeem Jeffries in his thick glasses. Look how cool he looks. Let's see what he's talking about. I love Hakeem Jeffries so much. Obama, Bud Light, go.
Got back to the Capitol. Another day,
another
lie from these people who are out.
Another day, another lie. Put that one in your book and smoke it.
Out of control. I'm told.
Tell us, baby.
That Donald Trump, Mike Johnson,
yeah,
and the extreme MAGA Republicans,
and the extreme MAGA Republicans.
That Democrats are sending.
He's literally a robot created and manufactured by Democrats. I'm telling these people that everyone is ruining their lives daily. If you think about it, take a sleep, wake up in the morning, drink coffee. Hello, MAGA extremist Republicans are air traffic controllers like me.
Paid protesters.
Into
their town hall meetings.
What's
wrong with y'all?
He's mad that Republicans have paid protesters. Is the narrative shifting? If any party has paid protesters, it's you. Could it be
Democrats?
I mean, come on, man. Come on. I do love these glasses, though. Let's get a zoom in.
What's wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with y'all?
We don't need to send paid protesters into your town hall meetings. The American people.
Yeah, you've never sent paid protesters anywhere. But we're going to be having a response from my favorite representative, who I didn't even know she was a real thing. That's Lateefah Simon. Now, Lateefah is a beautiful name and will be the name of my daughter when she is born in 2 months. Lateefah Derek O'Shea. I find it beautiful. Have we looked into the funding of Antifa? No way. They're not funded. They're funded by Democrats. What's wrong with y'all? And look, I know what you guys are thinking about Lateefah, but come on, y'all. Some of us got bad eyesight. Some of us don't know where we're looking. Lateefah is trying her best. And tonight she'll be reading from a teleprompter, and you'll get to decide which eye you get to watch. That's messed up. And so this is not AI. I took another picture. I'm excited about the Lateefah response. I think she's going to bring the heat. And I'm talking hot sauce, baby. Because she also keeps hot sauce in her purse. Okay. All right. Hello. Hey, yo. How are we doing this morning? Are we feeling good? What's going on? How are we doing? But the big story for me, finally, the big story that we can all get absolutely excited about. Violet with the eyes. Nice emoji. Finally, the big story we can all get excited about is PAM BONDI. PAM BONDI last night goes on to Sean Hannity himself and decides to tell us about the truckload of Epstein files. Now, I keep hearing about these Epstein files, but I'm not totally convinced that they're even a real thing. Have they been deleted? Have they been taken care of? Have they been squandered? Are they still on her desk? Don't forget, she once said that about it being on her desk, but last night she says that she has a truckload of Epstein files, and it's going to be released this Friday. Now, when major breaking news is released, the worst day to release it is Friday. So it makes me wonder how big this truckload is. Is it a Tacoma? Is it an F-350? Or is it one of those little Japanese Toyota trucks that we're not allowed to buy for $10,000? I love those little trucks. Tell us, PAM BONDI.
We all did. And the FBI handed over a couple hundred pages of documents. But, you know, Sean, I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything. And a source had told me where the documents were being kept. Southern District of New York, shock. So we got them all by, hopefully all of them, Friday at 8 a.m. Thousands of pages of documents.
Yeah.
I have the FBI going through them, and Cash is also, now that we have Cash here, it's a game changer, of course, and Cash is going to, Director Patel, is going to get us a detailed report as to why the FBI withheld all of those documents.
Okay, I want to be...
And we're excited about those TPS reports. I feel like I'm living in Office Space. We're going to have a detailed report of why we didn't have those Epstein files. It's in the report. Have you guys read the report? Have you taken time yet? There's a report. If you just look into it, there's a report. Yeah, we're waiting for this report that, I don't know if you remember, just like a few days ago on February 27th, we were given this super secret exclusive email that maybe was sent to Tim Pool or maybe was sent to other people online. And it said, by 8 a.m. tomorrow, February 28th, the FBI will deliver the full and complete files to my office. February 28th came and February 28th went. Where are they? Where are the files? And so she goes on to say this.
Be clear, because I think people got frustrated because they were expecting more.
Yeah.
You were expecting more.
I love when news anchors do that. People were frustrated. Oh, were you not frustrated, Sean Hannity? You weren't frustrated. I love when they like dismiss their own feelings or thoughts or emotions because they're, a nonpartisan, honest journalist. It's not that he doesn't care or he's on the list. Redacted ways and means, 100%.
And you didn't find out less than 24 hours before the release, you got a whistleblower that confirmed that there were way more documents that they were supposed to turn over, and then you found out just before that.
Well, sure. And you're looking at these documents going, these aren't all the Epstein files. There were flight logs, there were names and victims' names. And we're going, where's the rest of the stuff? And that's what the FBI had turned over to us.
Okay.
And so a source said, whoa, all this evidence is sitting in the Southern District of New York.
Yeah.
So based on that, I gave them the deadline, Friday at 8, a truckload of evidence arrived. It's now in the possession of the FBI. Cash is going to get me and himself, really, a detailed report as to why all these documents and evidence had been withheld. And, we're going to go through it as fast as we can, but go through it very cautiously to protect all the victims of Epstein, because there are a lot.
Yeah, the victims.
A lot of victims.
Well, you had identified in phase one over 254.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, is that the only thing that would be redacted? Will everything else be made public that you get in your possession? Yeah,
the FBI hasn't had, obviously, they haven't looked at the thousands of pages of documents that they've just received Friday. Yeah. But Cash has...
Look, all I hear is excuses, and that's what I hear as well. Here's the big thing. This goes on for another couple minutes, and I've watched this interview, and she literally starts like politicians speak. And my brain starts to be a little triggered by that because it makes me wonder, Pam Bondi, are you going to run for something? You're running for something, aren't you? Because she goes on to just do these vague terminologies. We're confused. We're frustrated. We're just trying to get down to the bottom of it. And Sean Hannity gives her T-ball after T-ball. Like, weren't you just absolutely perplexed at the idea that the DOJ, the FBI would be against you? Have you not been paying attention in the last few years? Is this a confusing matter? I mean, let's not all forget that we were told that literally...
That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was...
We were all told that, like, all the files were on her desk. We were told that. What? Did you not realize that they weren't all the files on February 21st? It's a very confusing matter, and it makes those that have conspiracy antennas... like myself, continue to rise above and question, why is it taking so long? Is it because of the ties to Israel? Is it because Donald Trump's on the list? Is it because the people that are on the list aren't going to be too happy? Or is it really just we're just that incompetent on getting these files? I'm confused what's happening. You tell me in the chat what you actually think, because I'm confused as well. And don't forget that just last night, the New York FBI field office head director, James Dennehy, was forced out. Now, apparently, this is the guy that was in charge of the weak Epstein file release and was withholding these files. So when you withhold incredible files when the DOJ says no, you get let go? Man, I love government jobs. You can literally get away with anything you want, and the biggest repercussion you're going to face is to be let go.
I'm gonna come.
That's the kind of job I need in my life. It's not like he was subverting people or going against the wishes of the freaking president of the United States. You know, it's not like he was staging a coup against the people that were above him. He was accidentally holding on to the files, and Pam Bondi's gonna get down to the bottom of it with Kash Patel. We're gonna get down to the bottom of it, and there's a whole truckload of files. Even NBC says, top FBI officials forced out after questioning Trump pursuit of agents who investigated January 6th. No, NBC. It had everything to do with the Epstein files. Jacobet says, Trump acknowledged flight Eps and started being disgusted before he knew what was happening. No, I know. I totally agree with that narrative as well, and what Trump has said about Epstein as well. But it just makes you wonder, you know? It makes any conspiracy theorist who's honest wonder, why is this taking so long? What is the deal? If he's not on the list, what are we doing? I don't think he's on the list, and I would love for him to be right, but I don't know Donald Trump all the way. But it makes you wonder what's going on. What's going on, you know? But just on Sunday, one of my favorite news events known to mankind happened. It was the Oscars. And I'm going to show you some of my favorite moments from the Oscars. And there is no other way to start the Oscars than to have a land acknowledgement of the people that killed the other Native Americans, that killed the other Native Americans, that killed the other Native Americans that now reside in this area.
We gather in celebration of the Oscars on the ancestral lands of the Tongva, Tataviam, and Chumash peoples, the traditional caretakers of this water and land.
The Chumash people, the Biwash people, the Pupi people. Now, if anybody knows anything about history, we know that a lot of these Native Americans killed each other.
I'm gonna come.
But it doesn't matter who killed who. It just matters who was on the land last when the white man came. That's how we finish the acknowledgement. And Kamala Harris puts out a tweet when it comes to the Oscars. Oscar watch party. And what is she eating? Doritos. You sick. Don't you know RFK Jr. is going to come after you? RFK Jr. said that he is going to literally have a word with Kamala Harris. Can you imagine RFK Jr. coming to your door? I've got to... You gotta eat Doritos. You gotta eat Doritos anymore. There's yellow 3. Racists are too stupid to be racist, or too stupid to realize they're racist. No, they're doing it on purpose and they know it. But the most beautiful woman on earth, according to many polls that I have within my own mind, Whoopi Goldberg looked absolutely fantastic in this dress. honey, you got it going on. It was just wonderful that the night of Ozempic was on the forefront. Finally, we have women brave enough to take a substance meant for those with diabetes in order to lose weight. And it was wonderful to see that these two women switched. Whoopi was in the dress, and Oprah was in the tux. Jacobet says, I'm 1/4 native here, family on reservation. We did all the killing of other tribes back in the day. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome. That's awesome. But I will also be taking Ozempic just to see how it feels. I'm signing up today. I'm going in. And my favorite dressed for the Oscars was this woman. I forget her name. Oh, Ashley St. Clair. It's wonderful to see. And look how happy she looks to be at the Oscars. Just a happy camper. Wow. Tell me you're not depressed and anxious and full of anxiety and hate your life without telling me you're depressed, anxious, full of anxiety, and hate your life. The most beautiful woman at the Oscars is nobody knows. And Brian, Brian, God. My favorite ginger known to mankind, Conan, made fun of Drake because we're all Americans standing in solidarity, making fun of the PDF that is Drake.
Well, we're halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile.
The best joke of the night. And don't forget that Hollywood elites aren't beating the accusations that it's just a big pedo sex ring full of each other, as Adam Brody, who got Best Actor of the Night for Men, makes out with Halle Berry right in front of his wife. You're clapping this? Everybody's in an open relationship these days. That's what all the cool kids are doing. I'm in an open relationship. It's really exclusive. Nobody gets me. Nobody understands how cool that is. That's the new resting face for kids since Billie Eilish. Yeah, that is true. I know Billie Eilish has made the depression look for women very popular. Did you assume someone's gender? I think I did. It's just Hollywood, and they're making out with each other and doing each other. It's just, it's just fantastic. They're really standing out for American values. And my favorite dress of the night was Kanye West's ex-wife, who wasn't his ex-wife, but she literally just stole Kanye West's idea and came to the Oscars completely naked besides her hair. Uncut gems. So this is okay. Nobody forced her to wear this. God, Kanye's never going to beat the allegations. It's wonderful to see our Hollywood elites finally taking things very seriously in today's world. Now, at the end of this stream, I just want to acknowledge we will be going live for tonight for Trump's address. I'll have the show at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll stop the show, and then we'll start a new stream for the Trump address. So come hang out with us. It'll be a good time. And remember that Pam Bondi promises to drop an entire truckload of Epstein files on Friday with TPS reports to join the truckload. Have a wonderful day, guys. I'm going to work. I'm going to make as many pizzas as I possibly can for the crazy children at Chuck E. Cheese on the west side of Chicago. Pray that I don't get shot, but if I do get shot, I'll